Records show over 60,000 vehicles on Grenada's roads, and Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell is of the view that the number of private vehicles intended for personal use is not sustainable for the island's roads, infrastructure and environment. The Prime Minister, who is also Minister of Transportation, expressed this view as he announced government's plans to embark on an initiative that will result in a reduction of the number of private vehicles for personal use on the nation's roads.
Rolling back the amount of private vehicles that we have is one of the policy initiatives that the transformation of the transport sector is meant to achieve, because we recognize if we do not do so, the continued unsustainable path of simply having more and more vehicles on island is just something that is not going to be sustainable. And in any event, the average Grenadian's income doesn't permit him to purchase a private vehicle, so he will still need public transportation.
According to Prime Minister Mitchell, with a functional transportation system, the need for private vehicles might be lessened.
So the idea is that the more we can have a public transportation system that moves people en masse, where one vehicle can move more people, it's a more efficient system. The unit cost for the system becomes lower, and the carbon footprint becomes lower.
He pointed out that some of the vehicles are often abandoned on the side of the roads when they have expired, and the government must then do the cleaning up.
Vehicles, like all of the machines, have a shelf life. And when the shelf life comes to an end, what happens to the vehicle? What happens to the oil? What happens to the engines? What happens to the parts? And I think you've seen MIT, for example, has been trying to deal with the enormous pileup of derelict vehicles that are on our roads. It's not attractive to us. Mosquito sites, it's not attractive to our tourism, it's not attractive to the environment.
The Prime Minister urged Grenadians to invest their money in other means of improving their lifestyles.
So what we are seeking to do is to encourage a system where, as one of the commissioners pointed out, that we do not waste our resources. And the wasting of our resources includes our private citizens, because if you find yourself buying a private vehicle simply because the public transport system cannot meet your needs, it means you're probably making a decision that you prefer not to make, and it means you are going to spend a lot of money simply trying to maintain that vehicle, insure that vehicle, pray to God it doesn't meet in an accident, just so you can get from point A to point B, when oftentimes those resources probably could be put to better things that you can invest in: your education, a house, a business, etc.
Reporting for GBN News, Beverly Telesford.